Hey, I'm Nancy Shaw. Welcome back to your third video in this joy mini course. I hope in the first video I convinced you that joy is important for the healing of the planet, and then in the second video I convinced you that joy is not selfish. But I feel like there are still some of you out there that are like, Nance, joy, really? Haven't you watched the news? Like, what planet are you from? Don't you understand that I am just trying to get through the day? How am I supposed to feel joy? I get it. There is a lot of really difficult stuff going on, both in the world and in every single person's life. The human experience is no joke. I hear how much suffering is going on. However, hear me out. I'm not trying to be Pollyannish with this course and be like, oh, just step into your joy, everything will be fine. No, but I do think that there's a lot of myths about joy that need to be debunked, and some little tweaks that you can make in your consciousness that just help you connect with joy more easily. Actually, you can rewire your brain to greater levels of joy. And so we're gonna get to that in this video. First of all, joy myths. I think a lot of people think that if my life circumstances match up with what I think is gonna bring me joy, then I'll feel joyful. So once I find a partner, then I can feel joy. Once I get out of this crappy job that I hate, then I'll feel joy. Once I get over this chronic illness that I have, then I will feel joy. I'm sorry to report that joy is not based on our external circumstances. There have been times in my life where I have literally had everything I wanted, and it did not lead to joy. What leads to joy is learning joy skills. I know that sounds ridiculous probably to some of you, but it really is a skill, and one that we can get better and better at over time. Let me explain. Joy is our natural state. You experience it when you forget about all your problems, right? Remember the last time maybe you were at the beach and you just forgot about all the world's problems and you forgot about your own problems and all the stress dissipated and you were just fully in the present moment. That is when joy comes in. So unfortunately, joy does require a slowing down in order to connect with it. So here's my little recommendation for how to connect with joy. First of all, I want you to find the time in your day when you're least stressed, maybe at neutral, okay? It might be hard for some of you to even find a neutral place. If you can't find a neutral place, find whatever's right below neutral. Maybe it's anger, maybe it's frustration rather than despair. I don't know. The key with joy practices is to just up-level yourself a little bit. So if you find that one time in your day where you're generally relaxed and learn to build on that, that's gonna shift your consciousness toward greater and greater levels of joy. Maybe it's right when you wake up in the morning, or maybe you can easily create a time by setting your alarm 15 minutes early. Maybe it's right before you go to bed at night. Maybe it's right after you drop your kids at school and you have that 10 minutes in the car before you get to work. Whatever that time is, I want you to start really capitalizing on that neutral time to turn it into a slightly leveled up. We just want to go up one level. It's not about going from despair to joy. It's about going from despair maybe to anger, or maybe anger to neutral, or neutral to contentment, okay? That's all we're looking for. That has dramatic life-changing effects. And here's a little practice you can do, I've covered this in other videos, that can help you shift your mental state toward greater joy in an instant. Breathe into your heart and think of one thing that you are grateful for in your life. Doesn't have to be big, it can be tiny. It can be gratitude for your breath. Just breathe that in. I feel better already, don't you? So if you bring that little tiny practice into that 5-minute period of your day when you feel the least stressed and the most neutral, that is going to have far-reaching impact on your capacity for joy. if that makes sense to you, please hit the like button so I can reach more people with this message. If you like this video, please subscribe, and if you want more information about me, head on over to my website. I put the link in the description section at drnancyshaw.com. Come and check it out. I'd love to hear from you, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.